Hola, buenos días a todos y todas. Gracias por venir a la Feria Internacional, a nuestro tercer día de Feria Virtual Internacional. El día de hoy está dedicado, como saben, a Europa, hoy y mañana. Hoy día tenemos muchas charlas. Esta es la segunda, dedicada a Lund University para el área de ingeniería, para el convenio que tenemos con ingeniería. El día de hoy nos acompaña Carl Johan Anderson, que va a hacer la presentación. Entonces, luego que él haga su charla, ustedes pueden levantar la mano o escribirnos por el chat y hacer las preguntas que ustedes deseen para postular. Welcome, Carl. Just join your presentation. Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you.
with us. Thank you.
All right, there we go. All right, thank you everyone for joining us today. As Claudia said, my name is Carl Johan, or Carl. So if you have any questions, just wait until the end or interrupt me if you feel that it's urgent. I work at the Faculty of Engineering here in Lund, and I will give you a presentation of what we have to offer for exchange students. I thought we'd start with a bit of introduction to Sweden. We're way up in the north. Our capital is Stockholm, which is located in the southern half of the country. We have a population of 10.5 million. Our main language is Swedish, but English is spoken by most of the inhabitants. We're in the time zone GMT +1, so currently it's 3:35-ish here in Sweden in the afternoon. Our currency is the Swedish krona, which is about 1/10 of a euro. We're quite a small country. We're 410,000 square kilometers, which in comparison to Peru, we're about a third of your area. If we focus a bit on the part of Sweden where we are in, Lund University, we're here down in the very southern part, which is called the Greater Copenhagen area sometimes, because we're very close to the Danish capital, Copenhagen, which we think is very convenient, because Copenhagen has got a very large airport, which makes it very easy for people to travel to and from Lund. That's the most commonly used airport for anyone visiting us. So most people fly into Copenhagen, and then there's a bridge connecting Sweden and Copenhagen. So getting from the Danish airport, it's about a 35-minute train ride, which is quite convenient. Looking a bit more at the city of Lund, it's a very old city. Our proximity to Denmark means that back in the day, for quite some time ago, about 500 years ago, we used to belong to Denmark. So there are still some Danish remnants here. Lund is quite a small city. We've got about 120,000 inhabitants, and that should be put in comparison to the fact that we have more than 40,000 students at the university. So a large portion of the people living in the city are actually students at the university. We're a very international university. We have partnerships with most parts of the world, so we always have quite a bustling group of international students here. It's a small city, but we have academia, business, because there's a science park and a business park in Lund as well. There's a lot of culture, and we're quite close to a lot of nice nature areas. It's a small, picturesque city center with a lot of old buildings, like, for example, the one you might be able to see behind me. It's our main university building. So the city center has a lot of old buildings. So if you like architecture and history, Lund is a good spot to be. We have a few different large laboratories. We've got the Max 4, and we've got a European spallation source being built as well, which is a big science park that I'll be touching on that a little bit later as well. We also have a life science park, which is called Medicom Village, and something called Ideon Science Park, where there's a lot of startup business very close to the Faculty of Engineering as well. As I said, Lund is a small city. Most people will get about the city by using a bike, and biking from one end of the city to another is probably 30 minutes. So everything is close by, and depending on where you have your accommodation, you don't need to get up very much in advance to your lectures because it's normally just a 5 to 15-minute ride to get to class. So you can roll out of bed and be ready for your lectures in about 20 minutes. Lund University, we were founded in 1666, so we're quite an old university. One of the oldest and largest universities in Northern Europe, actually. We're among the top 100 universities in the world. We're public and non-profit. There's a lot of research going on, which is mainly funded governmentally, both nationally and internationally. About 46,000 students, and as I said before, we've got a large population of international students. So about a fifth of the students that we have are international students from all over the world, both here for exchange studies, so here for a semester or a year, or doing full degree programs of up to 3 years. We're a comprehensive university with about 8,400 employees. We're divided in 9 different faculties, covering everything from engineering to fine and performing arts, with humanities in between, and theology, law, medicine, science, social sciences, and a School of Economics and Management. This is a map of all the university buildings in Lund. In the map, you can see about half of the city as well. So you can see, I brought this one in to show you that the university is really integrated with the city. So there's not a dedicated university campus. We are sort of part of the city in every sense. We've got the train station down here in the city center, and up here is the northern part of the university area where we find the Faculty of Engineering. And that's about a 15-minute walk, so quite close by. And talking about the Faculty of Engineering, our abbreviation is LTH, Lunds Tekniska Högskola, that means. So we were founded in 1961. Out of the 46,000 students at Lund University, about 9,800, so just under 10,000 students belong to the Faculty of Engineering. We have about 600 PhD students doing their doctoral studies, 1,700 employees, and out of those, 750 are professors, researchers, and lecturers. The rest of that are mainly administrators, and working with supporting students in all possible ways. In the Faculty of Engineering, we have engineering, of course, but we also have a School of Architecture and a School of Industrial Design. We are divided over 3 different campuses, with the main bulk of our activities here in Lund, but we also have parts of our training done in Helsingborg, which is a small Swedish city about 30 minutes by train north of Lund, and we have also a School of Aviation in Ljungbyhed, which is probably about 45 to 50 minutes by car from Lund. LTH's vision is that we together explore and create to benefit the world. So we want to provide education and do research that will be to the greater good for the world's population. And we do a lot of research. We have 7 special areas that we specifically focus on, because we see that they are well connected to the needs of the world and also what the future has in its hold for us. We're focusing on aerosols, artificial intelligence and digitalization, circular building industry, focus on the energy transition, how to get away from fossil fuels and have a more sustainable way of providing energy to our population. Focusing on nanoscience and semiconductors, photons, and engineering health. So this is our special strengths and potentials, and we want to be able to push those and us into the future with strong collaborations, both nationally and internationally. I touched briefly on the MAX4 earlier. It's a synchrotron radiation source. It's being built. The main bulk of it has been finished, but it's in the northern parts of the city, just away from what is conveniently previously been called the city, but it's sort of spreading and starting a new part of Lund, which will be mainly focused on research. So we've got the synchrotron source, but we've also got a spallation source. So this is a joint European research facility. It will be fully completed in 2025. We see that it will have a great impact on the future, on a lot of material sciences, chemistry, biology, and geophysics. It's quite similar to the source that it's in CERN, so we're building something similar to that here. We also see that it will be quite closely connected to the university and to the Faculty of Engineering in particular in the future. So we hope that that is something that will help us attract students from all over the world. With all this research, we do tend to produce a lot of products and innovations, and a lot of that stems from student work as well, which could be a bit interesting to look at. So one project that has come out of Lund is that a few years ago we had students looking at what we can do with all the bananas that are produced worldwide, and they're just never eaten by anyone. They're just discarded and thrown away. And we had a group of students that wanted to find a way of actually putting that resource to use. So 3 students from a master's program in food technology, they found a way to dry the bananas and turn them into flour to actually bake with them, because then we have made a gluten-free product that can be eaten by a lot of people. We're reducing waste, and we've turned waste into also a money-making business. Another of our students, he focused on finding a shower for the future, a way to recirculate both water and energy. He worked with technology that is normally used by NASA for their space shuttles. So it's a shower that actually recirculates the water that you use. So it reduces the water consumption by 90%. And since you're reusing the same water, you don't have to heat it as much. So the energy was also reduced by 80%. This one has been quite recognized around the world, and he was interviewed by CNN, which was kind of cool. Another student project that turned into a great project also from us was 2 students in industrial design. They put together an airbag for cyclists. So instead of having a normal helmet, you've got this necklace, quite a bulky necklace, but when you fall, it inflates to give you this sort of airbag over your head. If we look at a bit about what we actually have as means for education, we have 20 integrated Master of Science programs. So our engineering students, they are not splitting their degree in a 3-year bachelor and a 2-year master's. They're actually doing an integrated 5-year program. And the same goes for architects, yes. We have roughly 20 master programs, 2-year master programs for international students. We have 4 joint programs where we collaborate with universities around mainly Europe. So students will, during their 2-year masters, they will do 1 semester here, 1 semester in Edinburgh, and maybe 1 semester in Ghent, and then they get to choose where they want to do their 4th semester. For our incoming exchange students, we offer more than 400 courses to choose from, and all of our courses are integrated, so you would have both Swedish and international students in the same courses. We also do a technical base year for students that they have not had the prerequisites they need to get into an engineering program from their high school. So they focus a year on doing maths and other science subjects to be able to apply and get in. And as I mentioned, we also have a School of Aviation where we train commercial pilots as well. The academic part of studying in Lund is that we are very informal. We address professors by their first name, and students are very active in the classroom, so you're encouraged to ask questions and actively participate in everything that is done. Studying at the Faculty of Engineering normally means that you'd be doing 2 courses at the same time. So our semester is divided into 2 study periods. So the first half of the semester, you would be doing 2 courses, you'd have your exams, and then you'd start the second study period where you'd be doing another 2 courses parallel to each other. Coming for exchange studies at LTH means that you would be here for 1 or 2 semesters. As I said, you can choose between 400 different courses. Not all of them are offered in both semesters, so roughly 200 per semester, I would say. You also have the opportunity to do courses at the other faculties in Lund. So if you can do courses, are allowed to do courses for your degree back home that are from other disciplines than engineering, you can also apply for humanities and social sciences and economics if you want. We offer Swedish courses in parallel with the engineering courses. So if you want to learn a bit of Swedish while you're here, there is every opportunity to do that as well. All students that come on exchange are insured via Lund University. We have an insurance that covers medical emergencies and also liability and loss of belongings. We have a very rich student life. There's a lot to do. Everything from doing theater and putting up radio shows to serving food in different parties and working in a bar. So there's a lot to do even outside of your studies. And these are just a few pictures of student activities. So you can live life while learning for life as well. With that, I have run through the main part of my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about Lund and the Faculty of Engineering.
Thank you, Carl. Ahora pueden hacer sus preguntas. No sé si pueden hacerlas en el chat o levanten la mano y para que Carl les pueda contestar. No sean tímidos, hagan sus preguntas. Aprovechen que él está aquí para poder responderles. En inglés o en español y si no se las traducimos. A ver, here is a question. Do you offer exchange studies for graduate programs?
Yes, with graduate programs, in Sweden we refer to our master programs as that, and those courses are open for exchange students as well. So both bachelor and master level courses are available, and regardless of which degree you're studying back home, you can apply for both levels of courses here. What we look at, even if you come if you're a bachelor student back home and you apply for courses here, we will look at the specific prerequisites for the courses you're applying for. So you would need specific maths courses or programming courses. Then our course coordinators will look at your transcripts and say, oh yeah, this student has the correct background and will be able to follow this course. So yes, master level courses are available as well.
Perfect. Well, here is another question, but regarding Management courses. No, este convenio es solamente para ingeniería. Este es un convenio de la red Smile Magallanes que solamente es para ingeniería. We have another question here. How much cost the housing in the university?
That depends a little bit about from what type of housing or accommodation students find. We don't have a way to guarantee accommodation for students. I should start saying that as well. But there is housing options that can be applied for via the university. And they are, if it's a student dormitory where you'd have your own room and bathroom, but you'd share a kitchen, I think the average cost for that would be probably about 5,000 Swedish crowns per month, which would be 500 euros. So roughly 500 American dollars as well. And if you find an apartment on your own, you could look at higher costs as well. We're probably 7,000 to 9,000 Swedish crowns as well.
Okay. Thank you. ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta que no haya quedado claro? Ustedes también pueden escribirme. Voy a dejar mi correo. Si tienen más preguntas, recuerden que ustedes pueden aplicar en marzo del siguiente año para viajar el 2024-1.
And also this link here will, so if you go to lth.se and click on the English version, you'll be able to find exchange studies, where all the information you need to look at the courses that we have available before you make your applications. You can find all of that there.
Yeah, perfect. It's very easy, your process. So
we try to be smooth.
Here is another question, but also it's only an agreement for engineering, so it's not open to other areas.
But there is the possibility to, even if you come for engineering, if you are nominated for the Faculty of Engineering, a portion of your courses can be taken at our other faculties.
Yes. No,
but they need to be engineering students nominated by you.
Yes. No, the question is because we also have another agreement with Lund, which is with the Faculty of Theology and Humanities,
yes.
Or Philosophy, yes. So, yes, we have, tenemos otro convenio con Lund, que es para la parte de sociales, en realidad, es para la Escuela de Filosofía y de Humanidades, entonces economía no forma parte de eso, está dirigido específicamente a un área, entonces no. De todas maneras, escríbeme si tienes más preguntas, no sé quién está escribiendo, pero he puesto mi correo y me pueden escribir. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? No. Well, we are on time, so vamos a terminar aquí. Thank you very much, Carl, for your presentation today and for participating in our international fair. I hope see you soon.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Gracias a todos por participar. La siguiente charla sí es para gestión y administración. Es una universidad, Burgundy Business Schools. Aquellos que quieren participar pueden seguir en el siguiente link. Thank you again, Carl. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Adiós.